It's a simple question. Speed or power? When you look at an animal, you can almost always feel the answer. A cheetah is all about speed. A gorilla is built for power. One is a blade, the other is a hammer. This isn't an accident. It's the result of millions of years of pressure, the pressure to eat, and the pressure to not get eaten. Evolution doesn't have a preference. It doesn't think speed is better than power or the other way around. The evolution is just a process. It rewards what works. And what works depends entirely on the job. A drag racer and a dump truck are both vehicles, but you wouldn't use a drag racer to haul gravel. You wouldn't enter a dump truck in a quarter-mile race. Their designs are answers to completely different problems. The animal world is the same. It's full of specialists. Let's start with the basics. The physics of it. To generate speed, you need long, light limbs that can move quickly. Think of a gazelle's legs. They are mostly bone and tendon. The muscle is bunched up high, close to the body. This reduces the weight at the end of the leg, making it easier to swing back and forth. It's like the difference between swinging a hammer by the handle versus by the head. The animal's body is often lean, streamlined. Every ounce of extra weight is a penalty. The muscles themselves are packed with fast-twitch fibers. These fibers contract incredibly quickly and with great force. They provide explosive acceleration, but they burn through energy like crazy and fatigue fast. They run on anaerobic respiration, which builds up lactic acid. That's the burn you feel when you sprint. An animal built for speed is a sprinter, not a marathon runner. Power is a different game. To generate power, you need mass. You need thick bones to anchor massive muscles. The limbs are often shorter and stockier. This provides better leverage for pushing, pulling, and wrestling. Think of a bear's forelimbs. They aren't designed for a graceful, loping stride. They are designed to crush, to dig, to hold a struggling salmon. The muscles are a mix, but there's a huge emphasis on sheer contractile force. These are the muscles that can bring down an animal much larger than itself. And power is about the grind. It's about overwhelming force in a single decisive moment or over a short, brutal struggle. The cheetah is the poster child for speed. Everything about it is engineered for the chase. It has a ridiculously flexible spine that coils and uncoils like a spring, launching it forward with each stride. Its legs are long. Its body is shockingly light and slender. It has a long, heavy tail that acts as a counterbalance, allowing it to make sharp turns at high speed without tumbling over. Its claws aren't fully retractable like a cat's. They stick out a bit like cleats to give it better traction. For about 30 seconds, the cheetah is the fastest thing on land. It's a biological missile. But the trade-offs are severe. A cheetah's light build makes it fragile. It can't afford a fight. Lions, hyenas, and even leopards will steal its kills. The cheetah knows this. It often has to abandon its hard-won meal. Its specialization in speed comes at the cost of power. The sprint is also incredibly demanding. A cheetah's body temperature skyrockets during the chase. After a full-out sprint, it can be so exhausted and overheated that it needs to rest for half an hour. In that time, its dinner can be snatched away. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy. It has to succeed quickly, or not at all. Now, look at the lion. The lion is the dump truck to the cheetah's drag racer. It's built for power. A male lion is a block of muscle. Its forequarters are immense, designed for grappling with a kicking, struggling buffalo. Its jaws don't need to be delicate, they need to clamp down and hold on. Lions are ambush predators. They use stealth and teamwork to get close. They don't try to outrun their prey over long distances. They try to close the distance in a short, explosive burst, and then it becomes a wrestling match. The power of a lion isn't just in its individual strength, but in the power of the pride. They work together. Some lions flush the prey towards others lying in wait. They cooperate to bring down animals much larger than any single lion could handle. This social structure is a form of power. It's a force multiplier. A single lion is dangerous. Pride of lions is a force of nature. Their strategy doesn't require record-breaking speed. It requires coordination, patience, and overwhelming strength at the point of attack. They can afford to be heavier and slower because their method of hunting is completely different. This dynamic isn't just about predators. The prey animals face the same fork in the road. A gazelle or an impala is built on the same principles as a cheetah. They are lean, long-legged, and fast. Their survival depends on detecting a predator early and exploding away. Their senses are sharp. Their bodies are tuned for flight. They can't fight a lion. They can't gore a hyena. Their only defense is to not be there when the teeth arrive. Speed is their only answer. Then you have the Cape buffalo or the rhinoceros. These animals are the prey equivalent of the lion. They are fortresses of muscle and bone. A Cape buffalo has no interest in outrunning a lion pride. Its strategy is to stand its ground. It has thick skin, a massive skull, and a pair of horns that can kill a lion outright. It's a walking tank. Its power is its defense. Predators are wary of a healthy adult buffalo. This injury is too high. The same goes for a rhino. Its horn and its sheer bulk are powerful deterrents. It can charge with incredible force. These animals chose the path of power. They are so formidable that many predators simply decide to look for an easier meal. But there are animals that blur the lines. A wolf is not as fast as a cheetah in a sprint. It's not as powerful as a grizzly bear in a fight. A wolf's great advantage is endurance. It's a marathon runner. Wolves hunt by testing their prey. They chase herds looking for a weak, old, or young individual. They run for miles, wearing their target down. Their power isn't in a single burst of speed or a single crushing blow. Their power is relentless pressure. They are built for stamina. Their cardiovascular systems are incredibly efficient. This allows them to maintain a steady, ground-covering lope for hours. They are a different kind of engine. They are a diesel, not a gas guzzler. This shows that the choice isn't just a simple binary of speed or power. There's also stamina, a form of long-term power application. The ocean tells the same story, just with different physics. A sailfish is a marvel of speed. It is perfectly streamlined. It has a long, spear-like bill to cut through the water. It can fold its massive dorsal fin down into a groove to reduce drag. When it chases a school of fish, it can hit speeds that are hard to believe. It uses this speed to slash through the school with its bill, stunning or injuring fish that it can then circle back to eat. Like the cheetah, it's a specialist in burst velocity. Contrast that with a great white shark. A great white is fast, no doubt, but its defining feature is power. Its hunting strategy is the ambush. It patrols deep below looking for the silhouette of a seal on the surface. Then it explodes upwards, a torpedo of muscle, hitting its prey with incredible force. The power of its bite is legendary. Its body is thick and muscular, a far cry from the slender, almost delicate build of a sailfish. The shark's success depends on the overwhelming power of that first strike. It doesn't need to engage in a long, high-speed chase. It needs to end the fight before it even begins. Even in the air, the trade-off exists. The peregrine falcon is the fastest animal on the planet. Not in level flight, but in its hunting dive, the stoop. It will climb high into the air and then fold its wings, plummeting towards its prey at over 200 miles per hour. It's a living projectile. It uses this incredible speed to strike other birds in midair. Its body is compact and aerodynamic. It's built for one thing, falling with style and deadly intent. Then you have an eagle, like the harpy eagle of the Amazon. A harpy eagle is not a speed demon. It's a flying powerhouse. It hunts monkeys and sloths in a canopy. It doesn't dive from a great height. It moves through the trees with surprising agility for its size and perches, waiting. Its weapon is not speed, but strength. Its talons are the size of a grizzly bear's claws. It can exert hundreds of pounds of pressure, crushing the bones of its prey. It has the power to snatch a sloth from a branch and simply fly away with it. Its wings are broad, providing immense lift, not raw speed. It's a B-52 bomber, not a fighter jet. This whole discussion gets even more interesting when we look back in time. Dinosaurs had to solve the same problems. There were the raptors, like Deinonychus. They were relatively small, light, and clearly built for speed. Their long legs and stiffened tails suggest an agile, fast-moving predator. They likely hunted in packs, using their speed to chase down prey and their famous sickle claws to latch on and do damage. They were the cheetahs of their time. And then there was Tyrannosaurus rex. T-Rex was the definition of power. For a long time, people imagined it as a fast-moving hunter chasing down whatever it wanted. But more recent studies suggest it might not have been that fast. Its leg proportions are not those of a sprinter. A T-Rex, trying to run at full speed, might have risked shattering its own leg bones if it tripped. Its power was in its size and its bite. The bite force of a T-Rex was staggering, enough to crush bone. It may have been more of an ambusher, like a lion, or even a scavenger, using its size and power to bully other predators off their kills. And the debate still rages, but it centers on this exact question: was it built for speed or for power? The answer likely lies somewhere in between, a creature with enough speed to catch certain prey, but whose main evolutionary investment was in sheer bone-shattering force. And what about the prey? A dinosaur like Gallimimus was basically a giant, two-legged ostrich. It was clearly built for speed, long legs, light body, a long neck to see predators from a distance. Its only defense was to run. But then you have something like Ankylosaurus. Or Ankylosaurus was the opposite. It was a slow, lumbering beast. It was short, wide, and covered in thick plates of bone armor. Its back was a shield, and at the end of its tail it had a massive club of solid bone. It couldn't outrun a T-Rex. It didn't have to. It would hunker down, protected by its armor, and swing that tail. A well-placed hit from that club could shatter the leg of even the largest predator. Ankylosaurus invested everything in defensive power. It was a living fortress, a perfect example of how to survive by being too tough to eat. So, where do we humans fit into this? It's a fascinating question. If you put a naked human on the savannah, we look pretty pathetic. We can't outrun a cheetah. We can't outfight a lion. Pound for pound, a chimpanzee is much stronger than we are. By the raw metrics of speed and power, we are not impressive, but we survived. We thrived. We came to dominate the planet. So what was our solution? We didn't specialize in either speed or power. We specialized in being generalists, and we developed new kinds of both. Our version of speed wasn't the sprint. It was endurance. We are arguably the best long-distance runners in the animal kingdom. Our bodies are built for it. We are hairless, which allows us to sweat efficiently all over our bodies to stay cool. Most animals have to pant, which is inefficient and something they can't do while running at full tilt. We have long legs with springy tendons and a big gluteus maximus muscle that keeps us stable while we run. Early humans likely practiced persistence hunting. A group of hunters would track an animal, like a kudu, and just keep it moving. They wouldn't sprint, they'd just jog after it relentlessly. The kudu would sprint away, then rest. But before it could recover, the humans would appear again. Over hours, under the hot sun, the kudu would overheat and collapse from exhaustion. The humans, sweating and jogging steadily, would finally catch up to an animal that was much faster than them, but had no stamina. This was our speed. It was slow, patient, and deadly. Our version of power didn't come from our muscles. It came from our minds. The first time an early human picked up a rock and realized they could use it to smash open a bone for its marrow, that was a leap in power. The rock did what teeth and muscle could not. The development of a sharpened stick, a spear, changed everything. A spear allows you to project force over a distance. You don't have to get close to the sharp horns or teeth. You can wound a powerful animal from a safe range. It's a massive advantage. Our tools became our claws and our fangs, but they were better. We could adapt them. We could create different tools for different jobs. A sharp flake of flint for cutting meat. A heavy stone axe for breaking wood. The bow and arrow was another revolutionary step. It was a way to store muscle energy in the wood and sinew of the bow and release it in an instant, sending a small, sharp projectile at high speed. It was a way for a physically weak creature to hunt a physically superior one. And like the lions, our greatest power was social. We cooperated. We could plan hunts. We could communicate complex ideas. One group could drive animals towards another. We could share knowledge. The mammoths are migrating through this valley next month. This plant is poison, but this one is good to eat. This collective intelligence is a form of power that no other animal has ever achieved. It allowed us to outcompete animals that were much faster and stronger. We didn't need the speed of a cheetah because we could build traps. We didn't need the power of a bear because we had spears and, eventually, fire. The arms race between predator and prey is a powerful engine of evolution. A faster gazelle means only the faster cheetahs get to eat and pass on their genes. A stronger buffalo means only the strongest, most cooperative lion prides survive. This is called the Red Queen hypothesis from Alice in Wonderland, where the Red Queen says, it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. Both sides have to keep evolving just to stay in the game, but every adaptation has a cost. Muscle is expensive to build and maintain. It requires a lot of calories. A heavily muscled animal needs to eat a lot. Speed is also expensive. The high-octane, fast-twitch muscle system burns through energy. The light bones required for speed are more prone to breaking. Evolution is a ruthless accountant. It will only pay for an adaptation if the benefit outweighs the cost in a specific environment. In a dense forest, top speed doesn't matter as much as maneuverability and stealth. That's why a tiger, a forest predator, is built more for powerful silent ambushes than for open field running. On the open plains, there's nowhere to hide, so speed becomes paramount for both hunter and hunted. In the mountains, agility and a low center of gravity are more important than either raw speed or bulk. The environment dictates the rules of the game. So, speed or power? The answer is that it's a false choice. It's a spectrum of solutions to the fundamental problems of life, and the most successful solutions are often the ones that are perfectly tailored to a specific job, a specific niche. The cheetah is not a failed lion, the rhino is not a failed gazelle. They are both exquisite successes, masterpieces of evolutionary engineering, each one a perfect answer to a different set of questions. The diversity of life is a testament to the fact that there is no single best way to be. For every predator that evolved more speed, a prey animal evolved more speed to escape, or another predator evolved more power to ambush it. For every plant that evolved a tough husk, an animal evolved a more powerful jaw or a sharper beak to open it. It is a constant dynamic dance of adaptation and counter-adaptation, and we humans are the weirdest part of the story. We opted out of the physical arms race. We didn't get faster legs or stronger arms. We evolved a brain that could imagine new solutions. Our power came from our ability to think, to communicate, to cooperate, and to create. We built our own speed with cars and planes. We built our own power with levers, engines, and explosives. We reshaped the entire planet to suit us. We are the ultimate generalists, the animal that survived not by being the best at one thing, but by being good enough at everything, and then using our intelligence to invent the rest. But it all started with that simple ancient pressure, the need to eat and the need to not be eaten. The blade or the hammer, the choice that has shaped life on Earth for billions of years.